to explain why in the world there is no Johnny Manziel on that list, we turn it over to Mel Kiper. Mel, listen, I'm not going to state the obvious because we already know what the obvious is. Stephen A., are you?
Oh, no. Let me tell you something right now. I know this is a debate show. This is First Take, but number one, I defer to the man himself, the great Mel Kiper Jr., and when he didn't even have, I listened to him on Mike and Mike this morning, when he didn't even have Johnny Manziel in the first round, okay? I said, you know something? Get him on the show. Let me step aside and watch and let him and Skip go at it. Oh, this is going to be beautiful television. Y'all take it away. I don't even need to say anything else. I don't even need to say anything. Y'all go ahead.
Mel, fire away. You got to convince me, please.
You're gonna take I thought you to take the first shot, but I'll go, Skip.
Okay.
I'll defend my position first, and then you can
Sure,
step in whenever you guys want. For Johnny Manziel, I had him at 25 on May 8th when I did that after the draft. First look ahead to this coming season. Through the summer, things didn't go Johnny's way. You think about the Manning camp and all that. You look at the physical qualifications, the height, the arm strength, the mechanics. You put together the off-the-field concern, and I bumped him down out of the top 25. He wasn't in there to start the year. He's not in there now. And obviously, what he does during the college football season, all that's great. If he beats Alabama again, everybody's going to say, oh, boy, move him up. No. Doug Flutie had a great career. He had that magical performance against Miami of Florida. Did it matter? Peyton Manning went 0-4 against Florida. Did it matter? No, it didn't matter. It's going to be the interviews. It's going to be the workouts. It's going to be the measurables that ultimately determine where Manziel goes in May, which we're going to be talking about this for a long time, Skip. But in my opinion, right now, he does not belong in the top 25.
Mel, you know how much I love and respect you. And just for our viewers' sake, I did actually, I forget, it was maybe 3 months ago, I interrupted Mel's breakfast one morning to say, Mel, I got to come clean. I love this kid. I know he's going to be the flashpoint, the most debated player ahead of next year's draft, maybe one of the most debated since, dare I say, Tim Tebow. But Mel, if you had him maybe 10th or 15th, I could live with it. I've got him top 5. I can make a case he should be top 2, second to Clowney. Because we are talking about a rare talent and a rare competitor. The higher the stakes, the better he performs. We saw it last year in Tuscaloosa. We saw it against Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl. We are about to see it this Saturday in College Station. Mel, this kid has rare quickness and rare speed and rare feel for football, for playmaking. I know these aren't measurables, but even though he did hang in the offseason occasionally with LeBron and a little bit with Drake up in Toronto, he managed to fit in enough time with George Whitfield, the quarterback guru, that in the 2 games I have seen him, the half against Rice, in the full game, almost the full game, against Sam Houston State, I saw a better pocket passer. I saw more patience in the pocket. I saw plenty enough arm for the National Football League. I saw mid-range darts. I saw some sweet deep balls with trajectory and touch, just the way I saw him burn D. Milliner for the game clincher in Tuscaloosa. Again, you talk about his height. We've stood next to him here on the show. We've had him on a couple times. He's a full 6 feet tall. He's at least an inch taller than Russell Wilson. So, again, you say it's not going to change your opinion what he does Saturday, and it's not going to change mine either because I think he's going to light Alabama up. I don't know if his defense is strong enough to stop McCarron's offense. But, again, I am completely, utterly sold on him as a National Football League starter and star.
Let me say a couple things, Skip. Certainly great college, but I can't debate you on what he does in college at Texas A&M. He's been spectacular. No disagreement there. I think what you say about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson may be a little shorter than Manziel. We'll see about that, when the measurables come out. But Russell Wilson has tremendous mechanics, that incredible delivery, plays a lot taller than 5'10 3/4 because of it. He's got tremendous character. Okay, he's accurate throwing from the pocket. And he was a 3rd-round draft choice. Played at NC State, played at Wisconsin, went in the 3rd third round. Now, he's been a heck of a quarterback so far, but he went in the third round. I go back to Doug Flutie. He was compared to Fran Tarkington when he was at Boston College. He did miraculous things. Did it matter? No, it did not once you got to the pro level. The off-the-field concerns, you talk about a quarterback. A quarterback is the centerpiece. He's the face of the organization. And we've seen quarterbacks that come into the NFL, and all of a sudden concerns come up, and they disappoint and say, didn't you know that? Well, there's some things Johnny's got to answer moving forward to be a quarterback and be a leader. Not just what you do on game day. It's preparation. It's off the field. It's during the offseason. It's all that is important to be a quarterback. If he was 6'3" and had a rocket arm, great. Maybe you could overcome, but he's not, Skip, and I think ultimately he may get a bump because of Wilson's success and the way the NFL changed. He may get a bump to the second round. He's not getting in the first round, in my opinion.
Quick, before we let Stephen A. jump in here, quick point. I didn't love all the things he did in the offseason, Mel, but not one thing completely derailed my opinion of this kid, because his teammates still, I'm not going to say they love him, but they love to play with him and for him. Very inspirational, very competitive.
Did he not let the off-the-field stuff spill into the game against Rice?
Mel, the more he talks trash, the more he throws touchdown passes. It's just the way he's built,
college.
and I think his teammates like that.
That's college, not the NFL.
Okay, but again, big picture, the only big concern, I voiced this on the show, if you can prove to me that this kid has problems with alcohol going forward, I got a problem, and I would downgrade him a ton in the draft. But Stephen A., chime in here.
You know, Mel, my thought process is I'm looking at a guy like Russell Wilson, what he did at Wisconsin, and then how he was able to transfer that into the NFL. And I say to myself, and I only bring up Russell Wilson because of the size that I see on Johnny Manziel and, of course, the skill set of what he brings to the table. How come you don't look at a Russell Wilson, the success that he enjoyed, at least his rookie year in Seattle, and say that Johnny Manziel can duplicate that?
Well,
and therefore deserves
Stephen,
to be picked higher.
Completely different ball game. The delivery, the release point of Russell Wilson, he didn't have passes batted down at the line of scrimmage despite being 5'10" ¾ We said that on draft day. That was in his defense. He still went in the third round. Character off the charts with Russell Wilson. Never concerning. Great character. Phenomenal character. One at NC State, one at Wisconsin. You think about all the other attributes. Throwing from the pocket. Drew Brees is 6 feet, but he throws effectively from the pocket. Accurate from the pocket. The mechanics of Johnny Manziel are not ideal. Arm strength is not superior. Is he 6 feet? We'll see. He's not 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". He's great at the college level. And I'm not even going to get into the off-the-field concerns, which he can answer between now and May 8th. We understand that. I'm talking about on the field, projecting him and transitioning him into the NFL. There's nothing wrong, guys, with being a second-round draft choice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all, okay? Brett Favre was a second-round draft choice. Drew Brees was a second-round pick. Nothing wrong with being a third. Montana was a third. Russell Wilson was a third. Kaepernick was a 2. So saying second round is not destroying Johnny Manziel's draft position. Second round is pretty doggone good. I'm saying he does not belong in the top 25 on a big board right now for what we know.
Mel, how much did you love Russell Wilson going into the draft? Because I can't remember.
Well, I question the height, and because there had never been anybody. That 5'10" ¾ was one reason to say he's going to be 1 in 100 if he makes it big. He has been 1 in 100, but everybody else that comes along is going to be compared to Russell. Russell was 1 in 100. I can give you a gazillion players that were in that same category. Okay, went to Seneca Wallace at Iowa State, great football player in college, not a great starting quarterback in the NFL. Doug Flutie and others, okay, that weren't able to make it because they didn't have the ideal height qualifications. Michael Vick is 6 feet. He's got a rocket arm, and he's the fastest quarterback ever to play in the NFL. Okay, there were only a couple successful quarterbacks at 6 feet. Those were the 2. Everybody else wasn't. So the bottom line is that is important. Russell Wilson is not somebody you're going to compare everybody else to. He's going to be Russell Wilson. I say 2 words to that. Good luck.
So, Mel, I got to ask you, did you get to watch closely the Sam Houston State game? I know it's just Sam Houston State, but they have a couple of kids on defense who I think will get drafted. Did you get to break it down?
I don't care. Skip, I saw enough of Johnny Manziel last year. I saw enough. I'll see enough of him. What he does in college is great. It's not the NFL. And the bottom line is, if you talk about Peyton Manning, people said, oh, he didn't beat Florida. Did it matter? It didn't matter. Ben Roethlisberger struggled against Iowa at a horrible game. Did it matter? No. College performance is fine. It's great. Doug Flutie, did you just see him 100 times in college? No. But was he a great NFL quarterback? No, he was not. So at the end of the day, what he does, he can beat Alabama again. Nick Saban may have trouble with the chaos he creates. You can't prepare for Johnny. You think you schemed and you beat him initially. He'll beat you because he creates chaos with his ability to move around. But in the NFL, you're dealing with a different element here, a different athlete, a different level of performance, different level of talent. I think right now, all I'm saying, guys, is he does, and our discussion here is about the top 25. Nobody's going to tell me that right now Johnny Manziel, projecting into the NFL, belongs to be in that elite group. Second round, third round, no problem, but not in the top 25, not in the top 32 for that matter.
Mel, I respectfully disagree.